Hey guys, it's Becky. I am here to share with you what we are going to be using for Thrifty Thursdays for Thursday, January 31st. Wow. We're going to be using stickers. So I have these stickers from Dirty Stickers, apparently. From Amy Tan Shine On. I still have quite a bit of these left. If you remember, I was struggling with the use of the clear stickers there for a while. I think I might be able to do it now. Then we're going to be using acrylic paint. So I pulled out some Dilutions, Vibrant Turquoise and White Linen. Pulled in some black, Mars Black. I think I picked this up, Tuesday morning. I don't know how well this works. This is kind of a personal challenge for me, is acrylic paint. It's because I really had wanted to be able to do mixed media, but it's, you know, one of those things that's never stuck. It's just not my thing, I guess. But I still have plenty of paint. And I pulled in this pink one from Martha Stewart. So I have 4 different paints here. I might pull in some more, I'm not sure. And then a little paintbrush. I'll probably end up using my finger tools for the paint. And then I pulled in some twine. The third item is twine, and I have 3 little rolls of twine. I wish I had a white and black twine, but I do not. So I picked out a pink. This one that's kind of aqua turquoise. This is going to be a little bit more vibrant, but I don't think I have a paler. And then I have a gray and white. I have no idea what I'm going to be doing or if I'm going to be able to be successful with it because I'm scared. I have no idea what I want in Scrapbook either. I'm really in kind of a funk. So I just have these photo mats. I'm going to use this sketch. See right there? We use this sketch from Page Maps. I'm hoping what's going to happen is as I'm scrapbooking, I'm hoping a story will come to mind and I can replace these with photographs while I'm still scrapbooking. I don't know. But right now I don't have a burning desire to tell any kind of story. So we're just going to we're going to see where it leads. Oftentimes if I start with these, I do figure out the story as I'm going along. Usually based on the products I'm using, something will spark something in my mind and I'll be like, oh, I know. And that's how it's going to happen. Hopefully that's what will happen this time as well. Let's see what we can do with acrylic paint, stickers, and twine. I'll be right back. Alright guys, I am going to start off using this black and white paper right here. It's black with white dots. It came out of that paper pad that was sitting there. And I'm also going to use some Amy Tan. This right here is just a piece of white cardstock. I'm going to go ahead and trim it down to 10 by 10, and then I'm also going to round the corners on it. Now, when I went to try to find the acrylic ink, or when I had pulled the acrylic ink out that I was going to use, the colors kind of match the Amy Tan paper, but kind of don't also. The pink worked pretty good, but this teal that I grabbed is a lot more teal than what is in the paper. I'm not gonna lie. This, working with acrylic inks, not my favorite. I think it's just because I don't do it very much, so I'm not really all that good at it. This, layout turns out not my favorite. I'm actually sitting here looking at it thinking maybe I might want to tear this one apart and try it again. I'm not 100% sure. So I did ink the edges with the acrylic ink and also a baby wipe with the teal around. And then right here I'm using the pink to just put it on this other piece of white cardstock. It's going to serve as a layering piece for me. Now when I first started doing this layout, I wasn't really sure what I was going to be scrapbooking about. Now, if I had known that, perhaps I would have tried to use some different papers. I don't know. But I did, as I was working through the layout, I did figure out what it was I wanted to scrapbook about. That's been happening to me a little bit here lately. I have been starting sometimes and just using photo mats because I don't know what I want to do, but the more I'm working with the product that I'm using, maybe there will be a phrase or something that sparks something in my mind that you know, gives me the story that I want to be telling. I just have not had a burning desire to tell any specific story lately. And by lately, I mean, you know, the past week. I don't know what the problem is, but that's what's been happening. So I do have these flowers. They are on white cardstock and they're black print. And the reason I pulled those in is they were on my desk. I had purchased that VersaFine ink that was recommended by... Sorry, my computer just jumped. Anyways, I was using that VersaFine ink. I really wanted to use it. It was recommended by Leslie after I saw her crisp stamping. So I pulled out a Bo Bunny stamp and just started stamping it just to play with this ink. And yes, it did come out really nice. There were a few smudgy parts on the flowers, but that's me. Nothing to do with the ink or the stamps. That's just me. I do really like this ink a lot. Anyways, I had stamped out a bunch of flowers and then cut them out. Now on the sketch you see where they're all roughed up on the side, that bit that looks like a notebook punch. So I did do that. To rough it up, I just kind of got it a little bit damp with a baby wipe and smushed it around a little bit. I also did round the corners on the right hand side of that paper that I had turned pink. Now on the flowers, you saw me dipping the edges, just the edges of the flowers into that ink. Just because I wanted to get more ink on there, right? Because the challenge was to use ink, twine, and stickers, right? So I wanted to get more ink usage on there. So that's what I decided to do. If I were to do it again, what I would do is I would not use this VersaFine ink. I would stamp and heat emboss in black and then put the paint on top of it and just wipe it off so that the black lines would stay black. When I was at first playing with this, some of them I did get some color on the center of the flowers, and it's acrylic paint, so it just kind of covers up the black ink, so that didn't really work. Had I embossed it though, when I went to wipe it off, the lines would still be there. That's what I would do if I had to do it again, but I, you know, already did it. So I did kind of excuse me, make this little tag. I am putting a little piece of pattern paper on the left hand side of it and then just wrapping a twine around it. In the sketch you can see it has a hole punched in it. I was going to initially do that, but then I changed my mind and just decided to wrap the twine around it. Right, like that. And in that other piece of paper, that is, see, I was going to do a hole and I was like, nah, I'm not going to do it. On that other piece of paper that you can see I put down underneath there, it's the black with white flowers. That is from the Amy Tan paper pad, 6x6 paper pad. And I just wanted a little bit more black in the center of this layout because I do have that big bold black border, which I really love. And I've had this paper pad, the one with the black with the white dots, I've had that sitting out for about a week, and I think I've pulled like maybe 2 or 3 papers out of it. I really enjoy just the white and black. Sorry about that. I have a towel on my head. I apparently must have just gotten out of the shower. See, I do wash. So if I was going to do this over again, probably I would have used a different paper than what I did. That florally paper with the colors. I probably would have used something different. The pink that I used on the white cardstock with the notebook punch on it, it's very, very light pink. And maybe I might have used a different color for that as well. Here I'm going to go ahead and stick a doily down. Actually, I'm going to go ahead, everything you just now saw layered up there, I'm going to stick it all down and then come back and play with these clusters up at the top and the bottom. I'm going to do 2 flowers side by side and then one in the center of them popped up on foam tape. I'm going to do that up at the top, and I'm also going to do that at the bottom. I did want to add a little bit more twine here, so what I did is I cut a piece of twine and I'm using this paper piercer to kind of just break the twine apart, make it a little frayed and raggedy, and so that is sticking out on each side of those clusters. And I do that with like 3 pieces of twine, I think, on each of the clusters, the top and the bottom. I do that bit. Now I do like that effect. That's probably one of my favorite things about the layout is the frayed twine. For some reason that really appeals to me at this point. Here I'm going to go ahead and water down that acrylic ink. I'm using this pencil, and it's a flat brush. It's a thicker flat brush, and I'm banging it on the pencil and spraying it around, and I'm getting some super fine mist. I like that too. That super fine mist, it kind of reminds me of one of those air brush guns, like the nail salon might use on your nails, or possibly you might have seen them spray on a t-shirt. It reminds me of one of those guns. The mist is so fine when you off of that flat brush and banging it on that pencil. It looks really cute. Now I did pull stickers out, and I kind of tucked them down around the page. I also did use the acrylic ink to paint my title, Puppy Jacked, because I needed some more of that teal in there because it didn't exactly match the teal that was in the paper. It's like quite a few shades darker actually. So I have the stickers and the acrylic paint and the twine. It's not my favorite layout. I don't know. I'm going to let it sit out for a little bit. I may or may not redo this one or re-scrap these pictures in a different manner. It was a challenge for me. This one really was a challenge because of the paint. Alright guys, remember to hop over and check out Leslie's channel. I will have her linked down below. Let's see how she does. I'm sure way better. And I will see you guys next time. Bye guys.